Christopher! Can confirm you are first. Thanks for joining me. And this, the start of this here stream. I do appreciate it, my dude. My dude. We're gonna be working on the Iron Golem farm today. It's gonna be freaking lit. It's gonna be amazing. No jokes. I'm excited to finally have, like, a supply of iron. We're like running out of food in this world. I just can't keep my raw salmon supplies up. Eyebrows. Been playing Tekkit Classic 1.2.5. That is 12 patches ago, dude. That is so old. You and my dad, you and my grandparents could play Minecraft. No, that's a joke. That's a terrible joke. But I'm kind of for real at the same time. That's so old. How does Minecraft even feel playing something that old? That's like before sprinting and before jumping, wasn't it? That's like a millennia ago. Germ Z, how's it going, man? As before you could move around. Okay, look here, bud. Look here, bud. I'll need any of that sass. I can go without the sass. You remember when we died last stream? Good times. One 1.2.5 is the jungle pass. You died last stream? I mean, air quotes, died. We popped the Totem of Undying. Castle was like, hey Nims, I wonder what would happen if you flew straight up and then crash landed into the ground without your feather falling boots on. And I was like, that's a good question. I wonder how much damage we'd take. And so, you know, it was just a protection 4 helmet and a protection 4 legs, and that was it. We didn't have boots on for the protection 4 feather falling. And of course, Elytra means we don't have our protection 4 chest piece on. So it was just protection 8. We flew straight up and then straight down, and we popped our Totem of Undying. But I mean, air quotes, death, right? Because Totem of Undying took the hit for us, and then we were fine. You should change the scene? I mean, I guess. I'm just cutting down a tree while we wait for people to fill into the stream. We're not doing anything of particular excitement right here. I'm out of charcoal, I'm out of resources, so just growing trees, that sort of thing. That's all this is. We're gonna need, I can't wait until we get the tree farm set up. It's gonna be so nice. But to get the tree farm set up, we need to get the Iron Golem farm set up. To get the Iron Golem farm set up, well, that's what we're doing today. We have the scaffolding. We have like all 3 things that you need to be able to build in the sky easily. That's ender pearls, elytra, and scaffolding. And we've got it all. And to a lesser extent, we even have soul sand, which allows you to create soul sand and kelp, which allows you to create bubble vaders. And then because you have the bubble vader, you're able to, I really need to make a small charcoal factory is what I need to do, chat room. And then because you have a bubble vader, you can like move things into the sky super duper quickly, right? Anything else in there we're going to be aware of? I mean, it's all fine to keep in there. It's okay. Hello to you both. How's it going, Steve Rogers? Imagine being out of resources. I mean, I know, right? We're getting there, though. I came over here because I wanted bone meal. Just a single stack, I think, will be okay. See, I wasn't doing anything of, like, extreme importance. Rogers, I acknowledge it is probably a surname. Wait, what? But yeah, we definitely did die last stream. I flew straight up and then straight down and took a bunch of damage. It was basically this. That's what I did, but just without my feather falling boots on. I went straight up until we peaked, and then straight down. And, you know, without feather falling boots, that's enough to kill you. Just outright enough to kill you. Just grow again. Why don't you want to grow? Oh, it might be because of this torch. Hello? Yeah. But it was a good test. For sure. 100%. And I've been thinking about it a lot more, chat room. I think that we're being forced to use the diamond sword because of looting 3. It's just so good to run looting 3 on a sword that I don't think that you're allowed to use an axe as a weapon. So I think our axe is being retired as a weapon, and we just have to run with the looting sword. Goodness, how tall is this tree? It's so big. That's what she said. I don't think I've ever played, like, Technic or anything like that. I have no knowledge of it. In Technic, you're never out of resources? How could you never be out of resources, though? For real. Let's try a different way of doing this. There's the way that you're supposed to, like, throw an ender pearl, land on top of the tree, and then now that you're on top of the tree, you just dig straight down. Like this version of cutting down trees, which I think is faster because you're always swinging. You're just always, there's no jumping, there's no moving, there's no, like, creating your own personal staircase. Yeah, this one did feel way faster. All right. A little charcoal factory would be nice. Or I could just dump all of this into and then have, because I'm still, I need to continue lighting up the area. So I've been just going through and, like, just lighting all of this up. You can see that I've lit up a little bit more here. Just more torches. Just more torches. Forever torches. Damn, what a good landing. That tree was also marginally shorter. I mean, it was, but still. Okay, anyway, I don't think I've seen any Endermen teleport out of this area. It was basically accidentally built. Did I see something over there? Oh, it was probably a mob dying. This area is not... on the, I think it's the x-axis. I think it's like 27 blocks away on the x-axis from the closest point that Enderman can spawn inside of the Darkroom Mob Farm to this layer, to this row of blocks here. I think it's like 27 blocks on the x-axis. But because it's down significantly, it's probably closer to like, I don't know what this would be. We're at 42 right here. Someone get me Pythagorean. And so we're at, I think it's this one. So it's 17 to 42, which is what, 25 blocks away? But then it should be like 100 and, what's our bottom layer there? Let's call it like 105. So 25 blocks away there. Oh, I missed. Take two. Beautiful. This is 105 to 89, so that's 16 blocks difference. So it's a 25 block difference, and then it's so then it'd be like 25 squared times what did I say? 105, 16 squared equals, you know, c squared. So what is that actual distance? And this isn't exactly how Minecraft counts its blocks, but this will at least give us an idea. So it'd be 25 squared plus 16 squared. And then we need the square root of that. Calculator. It's 29 blocks away, is what calculator says. Which means that it's theoretically possible for Enderman to teleport here. But that might not also be how Minecraft does its math. What do you think of the RimWorld DLC? I didn't know there was a RimWorld DLC. Title of the stream. We are working on an Iron Golem farm. RimWorld DLC. Royalty DLC along with 1.1 update.
Welcome to my grand estate. You're right. My throne room is exquisite, isn't it? I earned my rank through service. Building monuments, hosting knights and dukes and their eccentric companions. The steel demons have learned to build. But the crown sent guardsmen at my call, and my royal psychic powers saved us. Now, the High Stellarch himself is coming to visit, to enjoy our hospitality, benefit from our protection, and deliver us to the stars.
Interesting. I don't know how much content I saw in there, to be honest. Like, bugs can build now. And you get drop potted in friends to fight for you? Like your allies can drop pod in their dudes better? What? Lots of content in 1.1 itself. Alright. This is all gonna have to be filled in anyway, so I'm just filling it in now because it'll kind of give us the spacing for the Iron Golem farm. I'm an idiot. This doesn't give us the spacing. This does. DLC might not be worth $20, and yes, you're one of the 90% who've played hundreds of hours. Nims might be one of those players. Just out of curiosity, let's go. Steam, no, not store. Library, RimWorld.
Don't know what I'm supposed to be.
643 hours.
I'm not worried about it.
What iron farm are you using, Nims? I want to say it's my own, but it's derivative of somebody else's who had several huge problems with theirs. So basically I fixed all of their huge problems. So it's using their same concept, but it's been reimagined and fixed up. But I don't remember who originally made it. That's a lot of hours. Yeah, 600 hours. It's a great game. I can't recommend RimWorld enough. Getting back up here's not going to be a pain in the ass. Whoop! I was going all out, man. It's a lot? 600 hours? I mean, because I'm curious. Is there a way to organize games by, like, what you've played the most? 643, 404, 230 in Darkest Dungeon. I'm getting the itch again, by the way. I really want to play DD some more. Path of Exile, 1,500. And I haven't touched Path of Exile it says January 7th, but that wasn't to play it. I haven't really played Path of Exile in like 2 years, and I still have 1,500 hours, and I haven't played in 2 years. Anything else? Fallout 4, 335. Killing Floor, 266. Yeah, the original Killing Floor, 266. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. I've played way more than this. Just 26 hours is not accurate. It must have been on like some old version of when I played because, last played 2014. That's not right. I've played more recently than that. Planet Coaster 87. Planet Zoo just couldn't keep my attention. I'm sorry, stream. Stardew, 55. Rift, almost 200. 2 Point Hospital, 71. That was a stream game. I had a lot of fun in 2 Point Hospital. Out of curiosity, I wonder what 2 Point Hospital costs. $35. Okay. We're not gonna worry about that at all. Skyrim, you have 430 hours? Dang, dude. Actually insane. I don't know what to do with this chest. There's so many diamond, like all of this is just insane diamond gear. What do we do with it? That was a pretty good fly, chat room. if I do say so myself. Is it you or your girlfriend that has so many hours in Fallout 4? Girlfriend probably, Candy probably has more than me, but it wouldn't show up in her Steam library because she played a lot on console. So like if there was a way to combine the number of hours that she played on console with the number of hours that she's played on Steam, she definitely has more than me. But I don't know if she does just outright. I wasn't here for a couple of streams. What have I missed? We're in the process of building an iron golem farm. That's one of the big things that we're working on now. We also set up a sugarcane farm over there. Yeah, and then we burnt down a forest. Remember all the trees that were over here? There's no more trees over there. Those are all gone. Okay. So now getting this lined up to where it should be. How do you get XP in the past? I have made Enderman farms. What do you do? That's a good question. I don't use Enderman farms. In order to get 168 levels, and maybe we should update our title to include this. Is this still on the title? Level 168 plus. Yeah, there we go. To get all these levels, I've built a experience grinder, which just it uses wolves combined with a skeleton spawner, and all of this is just vanilla Minecraft, right? So underneath this like cobblestone slab here is a skeleton spawner. I might be able to show it to you a little bit better from this angle. So there's a skeleton spawner underneath that cobblestone slab. Obviously the skeletons spawn in here. There's a bunch of water streams, push them into a central area. Blah, 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 blah happens. And then fill that back in. Those skeletons then go into a little trench, and then that trench leads them into a bubble vader, and then the bubble vader moves them across, and then they fall down a tube that is a very precise height, which leaves them at exactly 1 health. Then we have a bunch of wolves set up in minecarts, which then attack the zombies, or excuse me, attack the skeletons, killing them. And because the wolves are owned by the player, the skeletons drop, well, they drop their items, but they also drop experience. And then this room is an AFK room. It has almost every single AFK farm that you could want or need built inside of it. Everything from this is a fishing farm right here. You've got a fishing farm, you've got a pumpkin carver, you've got an AFK netherwort farm. This thing is a 3-in-1, I believe. It's definitely a cobblestone farm, it's definitely a concrete converter, but I believe it can also do gravel to flint, which is really cool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. This is a nano farm. You step on the pressure plate, and then just you get spam bone meal here, and then blah 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 blah. Turns into carrots super duper quick. This is a 7th farm, and then right here is going to be a tree farm. We just haven't gotten around to building it yet. So the tree farm this is the space that it's going to take up, this diorite here. So while I'm AFK at all of these different things, I am just constantly being fed a trickle of experience, and it's a pretty substantial trickle of experience by the skeleton grinder. The trickle is really great because it allows me to repair things like a pickaxe. So I can just stand here AFKing with my actual pickaxe for forever because it's got Unbreaking 3 mending on it. But yeah. And like it's also very precisely spaced. Experience can only track the player from so far away, obviously. Everything inside of this farm is, you can kind of see that the floor makes a circle. I don't know if it's super apparent. And this is a very rough aesthetic build. Like, it's not a very good aesthetic right now. But no matter where you are inside this build, the experience can track to you. Which means that, yeah, it's all just very precisely spaced, very precisely done. And because of that, I can just farm levels like it's nothing. Nims, did you ever play PoE when it was early in its release? Oh, that's whenever I played the most. Just looking at how to do this. Alright, so we need to go here. Nope, not there. And then back. And this one in the back is 1, 2, 3. And then all of this is gone. It's amazing, all of those farms on one plot. Well, thanks. A lot of time, a lot of effort to do it. I believe it's a 4x5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, building something like that, it's not that bad. It's a relatively simple build. Figuring out the, like, design constraints and the, like, how you need to build them in order to get it all to fit correctly. Oh man, that was a challenge. Okay, and then we went 1 block up, 2 blocks out, destroy these center blocks, and then place the reverse trapdoor there, destroy that. And that's our new platform. Correctly spaced this time. Alright, looks good to me. And then we need to move that other platform into the same spot, but on the other side. Flame Wheel, how's it going, man? That is so cool. Way to do it. Thanks. Yeah. And then because we have this one room that we plan on AFKing, and obviously that one room is designed to just house the player overnight, hours on hours. We're trying to build the rest of the world in a way that all the other farms are active while the player is inside that room AFK. So we have a dark room mob spawner that kind of straddles that room. You can see that, you know, this is the dark room mob spawner. The legs, the chutes of the dark room mob spawner go around it. You can kind of see the circle shape from the outside. So while the player's in that room, the dark room mob spawner is also active, and then because the dark room mob spawner is active, we're getting things like ender pearls and glass bottles and stuff like that. Which I'm just, again, so happy with, and that's a problem. He shouldn't be able to spawn there. We're just looking for mobs in the torched area. Obviously, there are going to be some mobs over here. I can see 2 zombies, 2 skeletons. It's kind of nothing. It's the torched area that I'm concerned about. Oof, I don't think this goes back that far. I wish I could stay longer, but it's already late and I have school tomorrow. Miss Taco, have a fantastic evening. Thank you for hanging out with us today. For as long as you could. So same sort of thing here. We go trapdoor, then 1 up, 2 out, destroy those 2, trapdoor there, destroy the block. Looking good. And then this one's 1, 2, 3. So these are the correct platform positions for the Iron Golem spawning platforms. Interesting. How did you sleep, my dude? I think I got like 4 hours of sleep. But that's all right. Maybe today. How did I get inside? You hold like shift and spacebar as you're falling next to it, and it allows you to enter it without taking fall damage. That's trippy. We're gonna need to get the zombie into position at some point. I missed. So, nope, I didn't mean to click the bee farm world. This is the Iron Golem farm that we're going to be using. Oh, wow, and then it just immediately spawned 2 Iron Golems there. The slabs aren't important, they can be full blocks. Okay. Okay. I think I see it. I'll need some trapdoors, some carpet. I don't think that there's any reason that these need to be slabs. I think that they can be full blocks, no problem. We'll need 6 composters, 6 beds, and some slabs, for sure, because we do need slabs on top of these composters. I wonder if it would work better if those were just solid blocks in the corners above that. Is this a... What's the relationship on that slab? It is an upside down slab. No, wait, that's a regular slab. Because look, we can put a block on top of it. But then we gotta get a zombie in position on this slab with a roof over him, and we have to name him. Oof, that's gonna be tough. We do already have a named zombie, so that'll be kind of convenient. But we'll have to get him into this position without killing him. That's gonna be quite difficult. If my question, the reason I asked concerning the balance of PoE on release today, you can say honestly that anything can work, but was that true on release? No. But as of the most recent time that I played, nothing... I mean, it depends on what you define as working. Being able to beat, like, regular Adziri? Yeah, anything can beat regular Adziri. How many things can beat, like, Uber Adziri? Not very many. Not very many. How many things can like clear maps in a way that's profitable? Most of them. How many of those things can clear maps in a way that's profitable for not a lot of investment? Not very many. I've done it using water stream elevators in my old hardcore. The villagers were way harder than the zombie IMO. See, for the zombie, I'm imagining that we have to minecart him all the way up. For the villagers, I actually think it'll be really easy because I think that we just put in a bubble vader and then, you can see here that they have to be floating in water already, which causes them to bounce, which constantly breaks and then reestablishes their line of sight, which is good to the zombie, which is exactly what you want. You can see that their sight line is just over the carpet. And the zombie, because of his precise positioning, is kind of downward angled. It's really tough to see, but I don't know, this you can kind of see it here. So that carpet just clips with the villager's vision to see the zombie. And then because of that allows them to like try to sleep, but then they're scared of the zombie, and then try to sleep, and then they're scared of the zombie, and it just loops it really, really, really well. Okay, so underneath this platform, we come down 1, 2, 3. On the 4th block, we build a 5x4. Okay, cool. Little cubby hole. Oh god, I thought I was flying. I almost jumped off. No, this is not. I did not make it. Try that again. What is... Oh. I had hitboxes turned on. Is there a Nim's Toot for this Iron Golem farm? Nope. Now, to be fair, there is a tutorial for one that's very similar to this, but that guy's tutorial is broken. It doesn't work. Yeah, I think that we just do this. Roughly centered. Now let's center hole. It's when we were looking for caves. Maybe we should fill that in at some point. I guarantee we fall in it. Could you add in 2 more villages? Simulates to get better rates. So, with this design, no, you cannot. So we obviously, this is a, I didn't mean to fall there. This is a 2-cell Iron Golem farm, so this is a village, and this is a separate, different village, which is how we're able to get 2 Iron Golems simultaneously. If you were to try to make it into a plus, so you can see here that if you were to try to make another village in this area and another village in this area, the villages would actually combine together and you would get 1 village. So keeping them like this gives you 2 separate villages. It wasn't Doc M. I forget his name. It was a relatively small YouTuber. I didn't need to go up that high, but it's all right. I think he made it first, then Doc M made a version based off his, and then this YouTuber made it again, and then Doc M made a design off of that adjusted design, and like on and on and on they went with like kind of building upwards against each other. I don't remember where the walls are placed. So it should be a 3 cubby. So it's 5 walls, 3 cubby. So there's 5 walls and then 3 cubby, and then I believe that's the space, and then it should come down 4, which means we're up a hair too high here. God, scaffolding is like S tier. You have to be careful not to shift through scaffolding, though. Like, on this single layer, that's fine. But whenever you're on a tower of scaffolding, it's really obnoxious. I forgot how tall this cubby is. Chat room, you're distracting me. It'd be a 3 tall cubby. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And there's 1, 2, 3, so this is the floor height. And then it would be 1, 2, 3. You know, something's wrong here. Nope, that's all correct. Okay, so it's a waterlogged trap door there. Okay, so we need to go get 3 beds and 3 composters. So this is right. So composter, 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 slab, slab. The solid block's already in position there, and then there would be a trap door right here, which means that this is the hole that we need to bubble Vader up our villagers. You can stack them on top of each other for more, but the rates on the ones like this are way better per villager than really anything else. Kind of. You can kind of stack them up more. The issue with stacking an iron golem farm like this on top of itself is the iron golems have a spawn timer, and it's reset every time an iron golem is inside the village. So while this iron golem is in the village, which he is when he's standing on top, this iron golem, or this villager, this shuts off. Its timer resets and the timer is off. When you build an iron golem farm on top of itself, when the next iron golem were to spawn here and then fall like this down through, for a brief moment that iron golem is part of this village, which then shuts off this village and resets its timer. So this village then has reduced rates. So yes, stacking iron golem farms directly on top of themselves will increase your rates, but it's not a linear increase. It's exponentially less each time you add another iron golem farm vertically, or like another village vertically. So let's say that this is representative of 10 iron golems per hour, and these are arbitrary numbers. These are fake numbers, okay? But they will represent the point that I'm making. Let's say that a single village is worth 10 an hour. You then build another one of these on top of itself. That one is then worth 10 an hour, but this one drops down to 5. Let's say you build another one on top of that. Well, now that one is worth 10 an hour. The middle one drops down to 5, and then the bottom one drops down to 1. And then let's say you build a 4th, right? So now that one's 10, the second one's 5, the third one is 1, and the bottom one is like 0.05. It's terrible. Could you stagger them then, like diagonally? Yeah, that would be better. But again, like, then the effort per build is getting a little ridiculous, and it's just not worth it at that point. Building them in a way, okay, so the glass here represents the spawnable area where iron golems can spawn in to defend the village. So you just don't want any other blocks in this space. So what I would do is I would just represent, I would build another iron golem farm, the equivalent of right here. And then that's how I would do it. But let me tell you something. It's completely and totally unnecessary because these 2 cells represent something like 800 iron per hour, provided you're not skipping through the nights. So if we're not sleeping, this is like 800 iron per hour. It's absurd. It's so good between these 2 cells. In a single player world, one night, one AFK session at your fishing farm is going to be more than enough iron for the rest of your Minecraft playthrough. So, it's just not necessary, right? We need 3 beds and 3 composters. I mean, off kilter, 180 degree them off? Nah, we already covered, you can't have them in like a plus shape because then the villages all just join together and it's one big village instead of being 2 or even 4 small ones. I need a bunch of composters. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully I explained that well enough. Thanks for listening to my Nims talk. Pretty much. I mean, but if you're not here for the Nims talk, then why are you in this stream? I go on a TED talk like 3 times a stream. Beds. That's the next thing that we need. I don't know where... Oh, I know where we can get the wool. We have, like, strings... Oh, yeah. There we go. Easy. Easy. Okay, it's more space efficient to just bring the crafting table and then some logs. And then we also need... a little less stone brick and a little bit more stone slabs. Is that really all we got? No, yeah, okay, I'm gonna count it. That was a good landing. 10 out of 10. Okay, and then it's... It works, chat room. I don't want to hear a word about it. Okay, so there's nowhere else that villagers could possibly pop to. What's the gap between the... It's been so long since I've made this. What's the gap in between the villager's height and this block here? We needed another trapdoor and carpet. I don't think that's too bad. And it's basically, they've got that trapdoor that they're sitting on. It's a waterlogged bottom trapdoor. With a solid block immediately above them. So it'd be a... No. No. How do I get it to build up? Chat room, help. It just keeps trying to build out. Okay. Waterlogged trapdoor right here. And then they would be basically standing here. Okay. And then it's like 3 blocks, including the waterlogged trapdoor. Is that correct? Waterlogged trapdoor, block, block. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So then we would just need to get the villagers into position, and then a trapdoor below them, and we also need the carpeted trapdoor in front of them. So we should be able to make 1, 2. Oh yeah, no, right there, the carpet we need. We also need a couple of trap doors. We're gonna need. Let's make a bunch. MBD. Came for the craft style, stayed for the NIM. Well, thanks. That was a mel landing, 6 out of 10. I know, I'm garbage. I'm a terrible human being. Okay, so we know that there's a trapdoor right here. It will be waterlogged, but I can't put it in yet because we'll need to make a bubble vader. That's how I plan on getting the villagers up here. I'll like kind of corral a bunch of villagers into a bubble vader. And then once we have 3 villagers at the top of this bubble vader, we'll climb back up this ladder. And then because they're stuck right here and being bubbled to the top, I hope to be able to just sneak the trapdoor in below them. If it goes badly, we do have a villager breeder. We have infinite villagers. We just murder the villagers here and then move in the next batch. Okay, so I need to figure out the height. Is it just a solid block down? Single. So if we were to solid block, yeah, it's the bottom side of a solid block. Got it. Okay. A screenshot wouldn't really help me here because it's this very specific spacing that I need. And if I can't, like, inspect it... Oh, well, this is mildly awkward. No, that's not what we want either. Awkward. But that's it. That's the build, right? So that gets our villagers into position. I think we want to light this area a bit. So we might come back and put some like jack-o'-lanterns in the walls somewhere. Oh, it has 2 screens, could open 2 instances of Minecraft. Now that I could do. 100%. I don't know if that would conflict with my streaming program because it tries to watch for instances of Minecraft. And if I have 2 instances of Minecraft, I don't know what it would do. This one you're building feels different because your other one has a roof made of slabs, so it feels more spacious. That might be part of the reason why, like, my spacing, I keep questioning my own spacing. How do I'm still not very good with this. With the... How do I get it to go out? Okay, that works for me. Okay, that's good. You remember way back in the days where like stone bricks were a valuable resource because you could only get them from the fortress? Nims remembers. There's the 3, so this is the floor height. And now all of these stone bricks that we've got, we're just like, don't care. How do I build up? It keeps just adding it onto the end. That's not what we want. How do you go up? Jumping doesn't do it. Shift clicking. Oh, shift clicking did it. That's weird. Okay. Alright. Oh, we need more composters. So it's 1, 2, 3. Slabs there and there. It's a solid block down. Let's put the beds in place. I think that'll give us a better perspective. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that does give us a much better perspective. And then a trap door. With a carpet on top of it. And then the same sort of thing is this will eventually be a trap door, a waterlogged trap door right here. And then the villagers will be moved upward. So I think these are the farms, like the containers done. So let's go get some jack-o'-lanterns. And just make sure that these are plenty well lit. I maybe didn't need to fly there. $11 should be fine, right? I think so. Anything else that we need? I guess while we're under here. God, scaffolding is so wonderful. It's freaking cool, man. Okay, this scaffolding looks like it's immediately under the hole. Yeah. Repo Dragon redeemed hydrate. Cheers, Repo. Delicioso. So, plan is, I just get to water right there. Water falls down, falls into the hole. Perfect. We'll then come back through with kelp and plant kelp all the way up to turn all of that into sources. And then we'll do the same thing. How good do you think I am at ender pearls? The answer is God tier. And then the same thing right here. And then this one should do the exact same thing. Into the hole. Ah, Christopher with the hydrate. Cheers, guys. Whenever you click off Minecraft, it minimizes the window, so you might switch from one MC to the other. I have my Minecraft like coded in a very specific way, like the Java launch arguments, so that way it doesn't happen. So I don't know, it might not switch. We need kelp and something that would be very quick to destroy. Scaffolding, maybe? Gravel, maybe? Does water wash away scaffolding? Where's my kelp? Oh, there it is. What's your argument, Snims? You would have to ask me sometime that's not in the middle of a stream. I'm sorry. I just got a message in Discord from someone asking about, have you thought of putting the villager chamber and beehives on the side of the farm? It can fit the chamber and doesn't interfere with the redstone as long as it's on a 5x5 area farm, not counting walls. I don't know what that person... I mean, clearly they're referring to the villager produce honey combo farm. But I don't know... I don't quite understand what they're postulating. Water does not wash away scaffolding. Nice. Perfect. This is what we want then. Does that make it easier to push villagers into the thing? Ooh, a question though. Whenever a villager or a mob is moving through scaffolding, like, does scaffolding provide a hard wall for a mob to be pushed up against? I doubt it. Because we also need to get the villagers to go all the way up the tube. So I think the answer is gravel sand. Something that's just super easy to disassemble later. I feel so slow whenever I'm, like, just actually walking someplace. Yeah. That should be alright. Need to get the villagers in. Okay, so... God, scaffolding is amazing. Whenever we're done with this, we're going to punch this one block, and all of this is going to come falling down. It's going to be amazing. Sand plus torch. That's exactly what I was thinking. We need... I should have brought soul sand with us, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, well, the villager breeder's over there, so we're going to need to get the villagers from there into here. So this seems like the reasonable way of building it. And then it just goes up all the way. Yeah, this makes sense to me. And then it's... Oh, no. Okay, it's kind of irrelevant. Okay, so that one's full now. And then same thing right here. Thank goodness we just, like, absent... Okay, this one's full. How am I inside? I don't need to push buttons anymore, so this is handy. Okay, and then for this one, we need something like this to hold the sand up. And then we do that. And then we need to get back up to the top and do the exact same thing that we did before. I'm really impressed with how clever this was. Using sand and going from the top and then just getting to hold right click is very convenient. There's just not a way for me to, like, properly stay at this height. Okay, so that's all the sand. And then we just fill that in. It'll delete the flow that was here. We put that there. I mean, a couple of torches to replace the torches that we destroyed. And let's go get some soul sand. We'll need 2 things of soul sand. That's more than enough. How much sand did we use doing that? Probably too much. Put the sticks up, we don't need the sticks. Put the wool carpet up, we don't need that anymore. We still need the kelp. And we are going to need something like signs. We need more signs. What are these signs? They're oak? Okay, we'll just make some more oak signs. And we also need to go back up to the top and light the thing up. Also, can you go into your statistics, please? Absolutely. Oh, no! Well, kind of whiffed that, didn't I? How long have you had this hardcore world? Our statistics are going to be slightly skewed because I am a huge proponent of AFK farms, and our entire world concept is building like the ultimate AFK station. With that known, we have been playing 13.1 days in this world. 13.1 time played. Speaking of Discord messages, Big, how's it going, man? What a ridiculous name. I'm going to send you an update on the idea I floated by you last week via Discord. Let me know what you think. Yes, okay, hey, real quick. Eventually, I would like to take over and, like, have all the VODs on, like, a channel I control, obviously. But until then, like, yeah, I am perfectly fine with it. Eventually, I'll probably ask to stop, but I'll only ever ask you to stop once I start doing it myself. So, in which case, the purpose is fulfilled. Wish I thought of this whenever I used a lot of dirt. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but like, I didn't even need to be up there. Not yet, at least. I thought that was pretty clever. So, and then we just soul sand. No, wait, it can't be soul sand yet. We need a single dirt block, you know. And then we need to kelp all the way up. I think I just used the kelp on the composter, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, now those should be source blocks all the way up. Bubble Vader should turn on. Why didn't I see the particle effects? Okay, and then the villagers would be stuck here. Okay, Ender Pearl, sure. If this is what you want to do, then, like, I support your decisions. No worries, I have no problem with that. Cool. I mean, I didn't think you would. It's, you know. Let's see, we go up 1, 2, 3, destroy the bottom 2. We go double signs. We're learning from last time. Double sign. And then we'll do the same thing again. It was just so convenient. Oh, okay. Well, apparently it doesn't want me to stand there. Oh, this is almost faster. Because I'm swimming up instead of jumping up. Oh. Stop. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, world. It gets so angry at me. Are we out of sand? No, we are out of sand. How much gravel do you think we've got? Hopefully we didn't wash away anything important. Wait, what? Hey, bro, not to call you out or anything, but I think you might have cheated or edited the game files to delete some statistics. Most definitely not. I have never swapped to creative in this world. Not even for, like, you know, in some hardcore worlds, in some sort of stream worlds, or if you're, as an example, on YouTube, I used to do a series called Super Hardcore. So it was like the Inferno Mines or Ragecraft and stuff like that. Sometimes I'd go into creative in order to get good screenshots for the thumbnails and stuff like that. This world has never seen creative. It was generated on stream, and I've never even used the like open to LAN game mode creative cheats on. I've never even done this before. So yeah, nice try, bud. He doesn't have some things like time since last death or number of deaths. It's a hardcore world. What are you talking about? Time since last death and time played should be exactly the same because it's a hardcore world. You have a Discord? Exclamation mark Discord. I don't see what looks weird in here. A lectern? Like, I'm looking at the zeros. Beacon, cartography table, enchanted items. We got all of our enchants by using a fishing farm, fishing up enchants, and then like we sorted and organized every single enchant that we got out of the fishing farm. I don't use enchanting tables anymore. They're not good. They're actually very bad. Raids 1, that's weird because we've killed 3 raids, which is where all of our totems of undying came from. But I guess the one that we did way off in the boonies, we didn't win that one because all of the villagers died. And then I guess we've only done one more, and that was whenever we killed the pillager and then our villager farm popped the raid, and then we did win that one. Number of deaths is there and it says 0. I don't see number of deaths. Yeah, rage triggered. Okay, so the one raid where we got the village killed, and then the one raid where our villager breeder popped it. Okay, that sounds right. Number of deaths, 0. Yeah. What version am I on? 1.15.2. This world was generated in 1.15.2. About 2-3 weeks ago, chat room. See you later, Padawan. Take care, man. I need to organize my enchants. I mean, this is a very brute force way of organizing enchants. Okay, so we need to kelp this up. Been kelped all the way up, and we're gonna just ender pearl casually here, take these jack-o'-lanterns that we got, one, two, three, and then do the same thing over on this side. Stop. Okay, that should make that a little bit better. Can iron golems still spawn on jack-o'-lanterns? It's an easy enough test. wonder if this did need to be made out of slabs and not solid blocks. I can't think of a world where it would be, but, you know, it's possible, I get. Well, he just spawned on that jack-o'-lantern. Can Endermen pick up a jack-o'-lantern? I know that they can pick up pumpkins, but can they pick up jack-o'-lanterns? Sorry, broski, I was wrong. I was on Snapshot version 20W088. I mean, no worries, dude. I know what I am. I know what I'm about. I don't know if Endermen can pick up jack-o'-lanterns. I know that they can pick up pumpkins. Can they pick up carved pumpkins? Can they pick up jack-o'-lanterns? Because clearly this works. This has no conflict with the Iron Golem farm at all. I mean, you're right, but dude, you're totally fine. Like, keep your streamers accountable. I take absolutely no offense. I know what I'm about. Enderman items. I don't know. I don't even know what I would Google search to find what items they can and can't pick up. Moving blocks. Enderman can pick up the following blocks. It's just right there on the wiki. Okay. Cactus, clay, dirt, coarse dirt, flowers, crimson, all of that stuff. Grass, gravel, melon, pumpkins, or melons, pumpkins. Okay, blah blah blah. We're interested in pumpkins, but pumpkins is different than a jack-o'-lantern. It still doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence. I mean, I see your point. Again, sometimes in like the spoilers chat room, in the Ragecraft world and in the Inferno Mines world, how do you think I got some of those screenshots? I popped over into creative or spectator. I flew up somewhere and I took a screenshot. Sometimes when that happens, you have to kill a mob or two. Sometimes they're ruining your screenshot. No. They'd be able to pick up one of those blocks if they could. Just for a career ruined, unsubbed. Dude, I don't blame you. Wow. I didn't know they attacked Enderman. Color me surprised, chat room. Did not know that happened. I'm not even seeing them pick up the grass block, so I don't know how good of a test this is. Well, he took that one. Okay, let's try this. Oh, well, now they're all about to get murdered. Give its effect, give Nim's strength 5 seconds of 100. So just insta-kill a dude. I don't think that they can pick up jack-o'-lanterns. Because think about how quickly he picked up that. Which means that I can use these on the... Okay, cool. I finished my mom's spawner last night and stood over and got hella stuff. Very nice, my dude. To be fair, Inferno Mines has some seriously great vistas that you just can't not cheat to go look at. For real though. Yeah, I gangsta check every hardcore world person, but I'm not lying. Nope, 100% legit, man. The only other thing that I do that might be considered mildly cheat is I do back up the world, but that's not so much for, like, if I die legit, I died legit, the world's dead, it's gone for forever. But I also, like, I've had worlds get corrupted on me, and that did cost me a hardcore world, so I back up my world because of that. Also, if I'm AFK inside of, like, one of these AFK farms, and I die, I would at least want to be able to go back and look at how I died, like, what caused it. Similarly, sometimes I do like maintenance behind the scenes stuff, like off camera, where it's just like, I'm just sitting at the cobblestone generator, right? And like, what if somehow I like switch my hands with the Totem of Undying, drop it, and then like I blow up to a creeper, right? And it happens off camera. This is also like a narrative that I'm telling here, so I need to make sure that the narrative is a good narrative, which means that my death needs to happen on camera. So I would also like back up from that point. Okay, so anyway, where were we? We need to... Are we really at the point where we just need to put the villagers in? Nuh-uh. You 100% knew they attacked Enderman? That's how you did the end both times. Oh yeah, you're right. I did know that. I'm an idiot. I'm just actually an idiot. Look, it's not my fault that I have a room temperature IQ. It's not my fault that I have single-digit brain cells. It's not my fault. I think that this is good. Feels plenty well lit. Everything feels great. I think we get the zombie villager into place before we get the villagers in, because as soon as the villagers are in, they start spawning iron golems, right? But the iron golems will just sit here until we get a... Yeah, we need to do everything else before we get the villager added. So we need to get a collection room, we need to get some sort of kill chamber, we need to get a lot done. My dude. So we need to get the zombie in place and then get a kill chamber. Is basically what it is. I don't see the particles, man. It weirds me out that I don't see the particles. Okay, well, Bubble Vader definitely works. And that was my last Ender Pearl. That was a beautiful flight. Nims, next time you are in creative, test to see if golems attack or lure spiders. Maybe we put them at the top of the darkroom spawner to kill the spiders? Is that what you're implying? But then we have a problem of eventually those golems will die. And like that then turns into maintenance. And maintenance is just not a fun thing. I'm using that line tomorrow. Room temp IQ. Okay. Isn't that that might be my DM, who we're joining his campaign tomorrow. He's gonna describe my character as having a room temp IQ. What is actually my character's int score? 10. It's a 10. He is exactly average intelligence, which is supposed to be 100. 100 is supposed to be exactly average, which is why, like, anyway. So my character would not have room temperature IQ, and no room temperature is 100 degrees. Yes, it is. I am the master. That's what I thought. Yeah, make sure you have the trapdoors before they go in. That's true. Okay, so we need to set up the kill chamber. Are we just gonna dump it into a double chest for the short term? I think that's just a double chest, a hopper, some water, and some lava, right? I don't think we need anything else. A series of hoppers. I think it's only 3 hoppers, but we'll bring 4 just in case. We don't need the kelp anymore, do we? No. So we'll need to create some sort of container, some sort of room that they sit in. So we need to go get some lava because that's the quickest way to kill iron golems. Yeah, okay. Inventory management, man. I am the worst at inventory management. Just put away some of the stuff that we don't need anymore. Okay, I need to go get lava. Where's the quickest way to get lava? Oh, that's right. We, like, mined all the lava that was down here. Oof. You should take an IQ test? I did once. I was a child at the time, though. I was, like, I don't know, like, tragic backstory. I was just depressed as a child. My parents put me into therapy. Like, as part of that therapy, I took an IQ test. I scored like 135, I think. I had like a 150 score. You can believe me or not. I don't really care. It was like 150, but I got like a 70 in the social intelligence part of the IQ test. It was like reading social cues and like understanding social constructs. I bombed that part, just absolutely terribly. I remember that day very vividly, and like being like, oh, the math problems, the reasoning problems, all of like reading comprehension, all of those things, dude, perfectly fine. Like, easy. I got this. Easy. And then I remember it was like a series of flashcards, and it was a series of like social cues. I don't know where there's any lava. It was a series of flashcards, a series of like event descriptions. And I was like, dude, I have no idea the fuck is going on here. And I remember like the therapist just being like, his eyes got wide at one point. I remember it very vividly. I don't see any lava, man. So I don't know. It was like high. It's like 128, 135. It was something like that. 125, 135. That's what I remember. But I was a child. I was like literally like 15 or 16 years old whenever I took that. No. Okay. When I was 7, I tested at 99. I'm reading about how you improve with age, about 20 points. I'd assume I'm around 120, but my sister will tell you otherwise. Yeah, I don't like, trying to define your self-worth through an IQ test is kind of ridiculous to me anyway. We have the lava in the mountain. I don't want to go take the lava from the mountain because I think it's a beautiful lava feature, and nah, that's good. It can stay. So we'll just go to the nether and then steal something from in here. Very good, very good. Come on, thank you. Beautiful flight. I went with my friend to go eat, and every time he took a bit of food, I would ask him a question. Sure, I don't know. I love how you just have random holes all around your base that you frequently fall in. I really should get this hole filled. This is a pretty... Oh, there's a creeper down there! Dude, this is actually a death hole. I fall down. I go to like 3 hearts. Then the creeper explodes and I die. This is actually a death hole. Wow. Sounds like an int score of 10, Kappa. 100%. No, my character's going to be dumb. He's gonna be normal as normal can be. Is what I'm gonna try to RP him as. And like, I don't know, my spot recall. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. So chat room, I'm playing a bard, and sneaky. He's not gonna tell anybody, and I don't even really want my party members to know. But he's actually a bard lock. So he's part bard, part warlock. He in his quest to write the perfect song, in his journey to be the greatest storyteller that ever was or will be, he came across a book, and the book filled his mind with wondrous stories and beautiful tales and elegant song and perfectly written prose, and on and on and on and on we go, right? What the hell am I doing? Oh, I'm making a killing chamber for these iron golems. That's what I'm doing. At what height do they need to sit at? It's like 60... It's 65 that we want them to die. I want to be stood at 65. So anyway, he came across a book. He's like, oh, this book is great. And then the book talked to him. A little bit Half-Blood Prince style, a la Harry Potter. The book talked to him, and he ended up pledging his soul to the entity of this book in return for the power needed to go adventuring to find the greatest story. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that. But that's the character I'm gonna be. That's the character I'm gonna be playing. Yeah, you are distracted, but it's good. It's good. I'm excited for tomorrow's. It'll be session 1 for me. It's like 30 sessions in the campaign. So there's a wall that's going to go here, and a wall. So I'm like, am I lined up correctly? Yeah, this is right. Obviously we need to be able to get the villagers in there. Oof. Okay. So that actually makes this a little awkward. Can we do a quick swap? Oh yeah, that quick swap, man. That was nice. Sexy. I need to do it 2 more times. It worked. Don't judge, chat room. Water probably went down this hole, washed away all of our torches, and then that's what let the creepers spawn. I see it now. That can stay. Okay, so then we can put the wall here. We can still get the villagers in. We'll just have to bring them in from this direction, which then means that it needs to be a 3 deep hole here. And I think this will be okay. Now let's go 1 block further back. That would not kill you. Your feather falling would make you lose 2 hearts, maybe? Nah, strong disagree. I've stood directly on creepers, and it took me down to 2 hearts. And that was with full protection, so protection 16, full diamond. We're wearing an elytra, which means that we're missing 8 armor and 4 protection. Falling that distance, you're right, isn't going to do that much damage to me. Maybe it wouldn't take us to 3 hearts. You know, here. This is how much damage it would do. Okay, it would take us down to 7.5 hearts. But again, the creeper did 8 hearts of damage to me with full protection diamond. We would 100% die. Or at least, you know, pop a totem of undying if we were at 7 hearts and a creeper exploded on top of us. But in order to be a problem, there would have had to have been 2 creepers down here, or like a creeper and a skeleton or something like that. We can fix this problem super quick, though. Feather falling is OP. It is really strong. So chat room, I tell you this story about my character because at some point I'm gonna come back to you and I'm gonna be like, chat, I need your help writing limericks. I need your help writing poems. Just give me the best, most ridiculous line that you can about I don't know, like a dwarf that likes to smite things, like a dwarf paladin that's like smite happy. Or a rogue that was just killed by effectively a fire demon. Write me some short story, like a limerick or a poem or something about this rogue that just got himself murdered. And actually he kind of did it to himself too. Like he goes to make an attack against this fire demon and he what is the word? He messes up, but there's a fancier word for it. He bungles the attack and like slashes his own legs open. No, wait, he impaled himself on his sword. And basically was like, I will kill you, foul demon! Pulls out his sword, trips, impales himself. That's what happened. So how do you how would you write that into a story? Like a limerick or a poem or like a short song or something, a sonnet. How far, what's the distance underneath an iron golem farm that we can have an area? So from the bottom of the villager platform, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gap. Now, is that inclusive or exclusive? So can an iron golem spawn here? My dude. My dude. Thank you. Give me strength for the maximum time, like 1 billion seconds. Okay. Apparently we can only support so many digits, okay? And it just needs to be like, what is it? 999 strength? No. Integer must not be larger than 255. Now I can one-shot everything in the game. Can we go false particles? Oh, we need to hide them, which is a true value. All right. Feels a little backwards to me, but that's okay. A dwarf that mastered small man syndrome and murdered everyone to prove himself. They keep spawning up top. Increase that spawn platform a little bit. Gaming Nerd 89 with the new Prime sub. Thank you so much for the love and support, man. I do this for a living, so that tasty Prime sub, yo, that's a meal for me. I can eat. Okay, so that answers the question. He can spawn on this platform. Blah, blah. He dies. We do 1 billion damage. Can he spawn here? I guess this is really the question. So thank you for the coffee, my dude. Thank you for the meal. I appreciate you. Can we get some party phoenixes up in chat room? Love this content. Thanks for providing. Yeah. I'm just playing some Minecraft, my dude. I like I approach it with like a super analytical style. My aesthetics, garbage, absolutely terrible. But like a real world approach to like analytical Minecraft. If you look at somebody like Ilmango or Rayworks or somebody like that, you're gonna see like code breaking. They're gonna be looking at code mechanics. Can we just spawn down here on these lower platforms, please? Code breaking is what I would call what they do. Is they look at the code and they look at how can we manipulate the code into doing what we want. And I'm not super a fan of that. Like, I can respect it. I think it's a great way to play the game. But it's not my way of playing the game. I want to see what we could do inside of intended mechanics, not inside of code breaking mechanics. And that's what I like to do. He claims that as he has a ton of mac and cheese. Oh, I'm so tired of all the mac and cheese. You know, we haven't had mac and cheese in months. Months. Does Candy have Minecraft aesthetic? She's pretty good at it. She's definitely still honing her craft, but she's pretty good at it, yeah. Aesthetics, 0. Functional, over 9,000. I'll take it. What do we do? Okay, no more spawning. If they're gonna spawn, the only spot that they can spawn will be on the platform below. And they should have spawned by now. Yeah. Very clearly should have spawned by that point. And the same thing. Let's see if it... Oh, it didn't happen immediately. This iron golem probably reset this village's timer. Okay, so what is the distance here? And this is the distance that we actually need in the real world. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the 7th block, we're okay to build. On the 7th block, we're okay to build. Efficiency maximum? I don't know. I don't even go for like true efficiency either. I go for what's like practical builds. That's my whole shtick. It's like, you want to play Minecraft, but you don't want to spend 300 hours building a what do they call them? The things where you like manipulate the Minecraft's like the game's memory in order to like spawn 1 billion iron golems a minute, like literally tens of thousands of iron golems a minute. It looks like a waterfall of iron golems. But to do that, you have to manipulate like your computer's RAM inside of Minecraft. And then that somehow allows you to spawn like, again, 1 billion iron golems. It's totally possible. That's peak efficiency. That's zero practicality though. That is not the way we do things. Okay. Stop. Please just let me in. Let me in. Okay, I swear, dude. Maybe block the upper spawn locations? Yeah. Right here. So 7. We're gonna use dirt to represent this. 1, 2. I'm gonna do it from this side. 1, 2, 3. Excuse you. Build out further. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So on the 7th block, we'd be able to build. I swear, sometimes I still haven't gotten the hang of scaffolding yet. And they're really weird because they like preserve your momentum as you move forward through them, which is very bizarre. So here's the 7th block. So this is the height that we'd be able to build at. And this is what I wanted. Ugh. Scaffolding is so strange. Is that just gonna land? Yep. Great throw, Nims. Super proud. Two more. Okay, we need to go. What is that? Up 2? A realistic efficiency and practicality correlation. Yes, that's where I'm at.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Dude, I love that we changed it to the, for Poppy, thank you so much for that Prime sub. 31 months in a row. That's so good, man. That's nutty. You're actually a legend. Thank you. I love that we changed it to the narrator from Darkest Dungeon, because the voice acting, those lines are just so good. And if you haven't played Darkest Dungeon before, oh my god, such a great game. Like, if I had a game of the year, whatever year Darkest Dungeon came out, that would be my game of the year. Like, I don't know. Top games that I currently enjoy playing are like Darkest Dungeon, RimWorld, City Skylines, and Minecraft. They're just brilliant games. Okay, so we've got the height down. So that's where we can build these walls out to and collect our golems. What did I make? It's literally just a 3x3 here. So we can set, let's put this back to normal, fill from there to here, air replace glass. That puts it back to normal. Iron golems that immediately spawn, center themselves up and fall down the chute. So like some of the oddities that I have with this design are like, I'm not quite sure how I want to enclose this, because I do want it enclosed. And it feels so awkward to me that it's just open. Right? So like, that can clearly go up to that point. Do we like square it out the back? Does this come out to like here? And then we build up from this spot? And like that's our wall? And then we actually it would come out to like right here. But then we risk iron golems not being able to spawn in this space, because then I don't know what the check for iron golems to spawn is. Maybe we just leave the top completely open, and then we enclose the rest. I don't know, but that gets super awkward. So, like, if we were to try to build a wall right here... let's build this out of something else. Let's say, like polished andesite. Okay. Iron golems can spawn on those until they connect, so then we add a wall right here. If we take this wall and we try to enclose this area like this, and then, you know, it comes up and up and up in order to, until it connects to the roof, there's a chance iron golems won't be able to spawn like right here, because the way that the game does a check is it chooses a spot and then it does a check to see if the blocks around the spot that it's chosen are clear for whatever mob to spawn there, which is why placing down a bunch of slabs prevents spiders from spawning. So placing slabs in like this configuration stops spiders from spawning. Well, interestingly, it didn't stop an iron golem from spawning, so he still might be able to spawn if we have a wall here. Okay, alright, alright. Who knows? That's not an issue. He can't path to get to this zombie. And, like, his pathing was messed up there because of the... yeah. That's not an issue. We don't care. Their health isn't a precious thing to us. We're just killing them anyway. Is it possible that he could clip out of the wall? It's unlikely, because he's got to spawn on that block there. I mean, I just want some level of aesthetic here. That's all that I'm really trying to get. Is like, I don't like how these are just floating platforms. It feels so bizarre to me. Even if 1 in 100 did clip out, is that really the end of the world? It'd break the farm, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't, because because then the iron golems would be on the ground and they'd no longer be a part of the village, which means that they wouldn't hurt the raids of the farm. I was thinking that if they clipped out of the farm, they would still be attached to the village, and therefore the village wouldn't be able to spawn a new iron golem. But if you just put the iron golem on the ground, he's no longer part of the village. The villagers will try to spawn a new iron golem very quickly. Okay, well, clearly we've proven that iron golems do not have a wall check like spiders do. We have clearly proven that iron golems can spawn directly on top of jack-o'-lanterns, and we have clearly proven that endermen cannot grab jack-o'-lanterns. I think we're good. I think that we can get this figured out. Okay, so then from here... Okay, I think we got this. So... I'm gonna take a nap. I want this to be daytime. You know, if you're into D&D and RimWorld and all that, you gotta check out Dwarf Fortress. Game of the year every year. Yo, I have heard Dwarf Fortress is a god tier game. I've heard that it's like the layers, the complexity, the everything. Oh, we didn't check what the height was. I have heard that that Dwarf Fortress is like S tier game. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th block. So on the 8th is when we'll put the roof. The problem is the like ASCII art. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, clearly my layer, like my amount of aesthetics just doesn't care, right? Like, look at this giant, disgusting darkroom mob spawner. I'm using like 4 different blocks in it. 3. We've got obsidian just randomly. We've got stone brick and then cobblestone just sticking out of it. Down here we've got like polished diorite, polished granite, we've the stone, the cobblestone, and there's no pattern, there's no nothing. It's just disgusting. So the ASCII art of Dwarf Fortress, I don't think would bother me, but if I were to learn a game and fall in love with the game, I have to be very careful with that because games are also work. What did we say? On the 8th block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th. And like if I were to fall in love with this game, the first thing that I would want to do would be to stream it. I don't know if anyone would watch me stream an ASCII art game. The ASCII isn't even required. It's coming out on Steam soon, isn't it? And then that's going to be... Because I know that there are also, like, art replacement packs. It's coming out on Steam soon with, like, a properly supported, updated everything. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for it to properly release on Steam, the hype from the Steam release to come, and then I'll give it a try. Do we have any wood on us? No. Do we have a crafting table on us? No. Damn. Nope, I missed. No, stop. Stop my momentum. Aren't Elytra great? Dude, they're amazing. Except when they're not. We don't need anything above that height. I need to just create like a landing pad for myself up here because we're gonna need to come up here once more at the very least. It'll be $20 on Steam, and soon could be, well, it's been about a year on the Steam page so far. Right, I'm aware. Soon is, you know, I have that same soon problem. But I've got to try to, because I know I'm going to fall in love with it. I just know I will. And if I'm going to just dedicate a few hundred hours to a game, then I should at least try to make it a game that we can stream. And if we're going to make it a game that we can, in order to be a stream game, I really feel like it should be approachable by most people. And if it's going to be approachable by most people, that's why I don't really like modded Minecraft, is because it's just not approachable. It's really hard for people to be like, which mods do you have installed? I have no idea what's going on. And trying to keep approachability in mind, recognizing that I'm probably going to sink a couple hundred hours into it, recognizing that, yeah, if I'm going to sink a couple hundred hours into it, I should stream it. And if I'm going to stream it, it needs to be approachable. And in its current iteration, it is not approachable. We have to admit. That was actually really clean. That was cool. Being able to gently glide in between my multiple builds. It's pretty hot, chat room. So all of that comes together to say I really should just wait on the Steam release. Parkour. I miss Optifine. I mean, only updated to 1.14. It's not in 1.15 yet. It would be beautiful if it were, right? Can you increase your rates by adding another spawning platform 3 blocks higher? Kind of, Christopher. We've talked about this a little bit in this stream already. So I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to do it as quick as possible. Oh my God. Time, set, day. The issue is Iron Golem villages have a cooldown to spawn an Iron Golem, and it resets every time an Iron Golem becomes attached to a village. So if we were to stack villages on top of each other, as soon as the village above spawned an Iron Golem, it then falls. For a brief moment, it becomes part of the village below it, which resets that village's timer, which would lower its rates. So if we apply arbitrary numbers to the rates of the village, this village is worth 10 Iron Golems per hour. Remember, this is an arbitrary number. I'm making this up just to prove a point. It's a fake number. This village is worth 10 Iron Golems per hour. If we were to put another one on top of it, that village would be worth 10 Iron Golems per hour, but because sometimes it would shut off and reset the village below it, the village below it only is worth 5 Iron Golems per hour after. So it's not really worth the extra work. Not villages, I'm talking about spawnable area. Nah, because the way that the Iron Golems get spawned is it's like a spam check. They do just a billion freaking checks now for each Iron Golem, and the chances of not hitting this platform in I don't remember how many checks it is, but the chances of not hitting this platform in that many checks is so infinitesimally slim that it's, again, not worth the extra work. But I'm sorry I misunderstood your question at first. Okay, so we now have the roof. Oh, God, while I was in there, I should have looked up the positioning of the zombie. Okay, so it's directly out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's an upside down. Well, no, it's a regular slab 5 blocks out. Not too bad. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, we did 4. So all of this comes away. We put a slab there. All of this gets destroyed. So this is the actual slab where our actual zombie will be sitting actually 100% of the time. The pre-release 9 for 1.115.2 is out. It's 95% done according to the Reddit. Yes, but it also said that there were some serious bugs with it. Unless that was the older pre-release. When did that pre-release happen, Repo? Because I was looking at it, like, literally just a couple of days ago. Okay. I was looking at it literally just a couple of days ago, and I was like, yeah, it's still not worth it to upgrade. Not with... I don't remember what the bug was, but I remember saying to myself, it's not worth it to upgrade if that bug is still a thing. Poll, do you eat mac and cheese with a spoon or fork? Depends on the mac and cheese. If it's really small noodles, spoon. If it's really big, fat noodles, fork. That's fair. It's not exactly known as a new player-friendly game. Yeah. Okay, so we would need to have some sort of catching system to move the zombie into place. The zombie happens... Yeah, the zombie happens next, because if we mess up the zombie, then the zombie needs a spot to fall that we don't kill him. Typical craft version? Oh, definitely a spoon. The pre-release came out on the 23rd. Okay, that would be newer than what I was looking at, so maybe it's worth it to upgrade now. Okay, so what's the easiest way to get the zombie into place here? Probably going something like... We need some sort of catch mechanism here. And then we need... And then we just need a whole host. We've already got a zombie. He's just over there. We could easily get him into like a corner minecart, like push a minecart into the corner of him and ferry him over. But then we need to have a way of zooming him into this position. So a nice little 3 straight away will be nice. We'll do it. We'll be able to zoom him into this spot, and then we could just destroy these blocks around him. That was my last torch, eh? Yeah. Let's see, here's that zombie villager that we plan on using. He's already named, he's been given an item. He's not going to despawn. Right here. I think it's Papa Dugan. It is Papa Dugan. So we would be able to take a minecart, shove the minecart, say, into this corner, like right here, and we'd be able to pick him up. And then we would need to take this minecart. And we would have to do this at nighttime. And we need to get him from right here up into that position. Remember when we had torches? Flame wheel, remember? Okay, look here, bud. Look here, bud. We don't need that many. Splat! I just cooked up a bunch of... There they are. Boom. How you like them torches? Let's go ahead and just... I really should just make a... charcoal factory. I was like, what is the word? A charcoal factory. We might have enough powered rails. It's going to be a little tight. We need a bunch of redstone blocks. We don't need this much dirt anymore. I don't think we need the sand anymore. Help me clean up this inventory. The soul sand we've already got in position, so we don't need that anymore. We still need a bunch of build blocks. Gravel can get rotated out. I mean, technically, we don't even need the fishing rod. I think most of this stuff is good. So then we need some redstone torches, because again, we just gotta move that villager up. Maybe a bunch of levers would be better. We don't have that many torches. So a bunch of sticks plus cobblestone makes levers. And this is just to power our powered rail as we move up into position. Excuse you. Does he have a helm just in case? Oh man, I missed a bunch of chat. I kind of want you to try a mod pack off the Technic launcher or the Twitch launcher or at launcher, because mod packs are kind of like, install this launcher, then you could play the same game I am. Maybe. Does he have a helm just in case? A helm for what? I do have a helmet. Oh, the zombie. Yeah, the zombie I think does have a helmet. Yeah, we can see it. A little bit of gold there. He definitely has a helmet. 100% has a helmet. Okay, so in this daylight cycle, I want to get the path set up, and it's a little early afternoon. Get the path set up, and I think that's our connection point. God, look at all of that scaffolding. Think about how easy it's going to be to destroy that once we're all said and done. I need to make the majority of this uphill climb happen all at once, so that way it's very easy to power it. You know, we just go for it. Yeah, right here I think is okay. The real question is, what side do you put your torches on when you're mining? Left going down, so that way they're on the right side when I come up. So right is home. the right way to get home. I don't know whatever like device you want to use to remember it, but I always put my torches on the left if I'm going deeper. So that way whenever I'm leaving my mind, they're on the right side. I should have checked the Y height before we committed. Seems about the same. 86. What's the best, like, ender pearl? Dope, perfect. 86. Very nice. Oh, I overthrew it. Okay. Good job, me. I do left because offhand is on the left. Again, whatever device you memorize it with. Oh, this takes me back to building in the end. Yeah. We're super close. All right. I hope this goes very smoothly. So the first thing that we do is we use every bit of powered rail that we have going up this hill. And maybe I shouldn't have even put this turn in yet. Maybe this all should go back one. I think it should. Reason being is I would have to use a lifted rail right here, and then I would have to do it again coming this way. So I'm conserving powered rails by cleaning this up just a little bit. These are obnoxious to climb though. Okay, there we go. And then powered rails all the way down. Regular rails till right there, and then power these intermittently. Building in the end actually had threat of death, though. It really did. I mean, we saw a potential death today. That hole that we had. And then there was a creeper at the bottom of it. It would have, at the very least, it would have popped the Totem of Undying. Splat. I wish that there was a faster way that I could mine these that didn't run the risk of destroying the block below it. Dude, wow, that was actually kind of perfect. We have 4 and 5 left. Good. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It's being finicky. I didn't know it would do that. Okay, so everything is powered. Everything looks good. Okay, so we need a minecart now. I don't know if we have any minecarts. We might have to make one, and I don't know if we have the iron. Dude, we have 5 iron. This is kind of it. This is all we have. This is literally the last bit of our iron. Made that hole was not going to kill you. Protection 16, feather falling 4. It was protection 12 because we had the elytra on. But the hole wasn't going to kill me. It was going to be the hole taking us down to 7, and then the creeper exploding and popping our totem. And then, so I don't think we were dead. Because, like, even if the creeper blew up, even if the worst case scenario, as I just described it, happened, there were no other mobs down there. And even then, we would immediately have protection, or absorb 4 and regen on. It would have to be, like, there would have had to have been 2 creepers down there. So we fall, go to 7, which is actually technically 14. So we fall, go to 14, creeper blows up, we go to 0, totem breaks, we go to 4 with regen, and then the second creeper would have to explode us before we can open our inventory and equip the second totem. Okay, we're gonna do a test run, and it is about nighttime, so this is good. Did you see Michael Jordan's speech at Kobe Bryant's celebration? I didn't. Nah. It's too sad for me. Like, I'm not a basketball fan. I'm not going to, like, jump on the feels train, if you would. So we boop him. He then goes riding. But still, like, seeing all the love and appreciation that people did have for him is saddening in its own. I mean, that looked perfect, right? And then he would just be sat there, and that's exactly what we want. I don't even think these are necessary. Maybe we leave those just until, we're done with the build. That way we don't accidentally, like, boop him out. You know what I mean? So let's go get him. Let's go get Papa Dogan. I still don't think the creeper would have done enough damage to kill you. Not even enough damage to pop my totem. I'm not talking about, like, strictly dying. But I'm talking about, like, popping a totem. You don't think it would have popped a totem? I would like to shut off the bottom set here. And that's why. Okay, so I need to get this dude into, like, the correct position. So that way our corner cart can get him. How do we push him back? Because that's the issue. Is I need him to be, like, butt up into that corner. Can I... I need to, like, force him into that corner. Maybe we do this. And now he should be in that corner. Why aren't we grabbing him? We should be able to grab him, right? Is there something wrong with, like, our angle? There we go. Hey, bud. Alright, you ready to go on the greatest journey of your life? Okay, we just have to trust that we did this correctly, because as soon as he starts on the powered rail, he's just gone. So we're going to jump into him. We're going to take a little bit of damage. To push him, and then that's it. We just have to hope that we did everything correctly. Maybe I can get up there quickly enough to go look. Oh, it looks correct. Oh my god, this is the hardest thing. Well, interestingly, mobs can spawn on scaffolding. There was our proof. But we did it. Papa Dugan is now in position. We destroy that. Papa Dugan is there. Read my last 2 messages. Anyway, if you ever seen Michael Jordan crying meme, he was crying and it was sad. And to cheer himself up, he says, "Now I get to see another crying meme of myself for another 3 years." Yeah, I saw that. I did see that part. Okay. Zombies in position. None of these corner blocks matter. We'll keep them there, because they do protect us. He can swing on us from the corner. We have solid blocks above him, so he's not going to burn. Oh, is that good? Yeah, for sure, man. So do we just go, do we finish the wall here? I think that's what we do next. I'm pretty sure that's what we do next. And then we connect that to the roof. So we'll just fill that in. Do the same thing on this side. Fill this in. Check the corner for light level. Is 8 block. Those torches can stay there. The inside torches are fine. And then we take this up until it connects with the roof. Yeah, looking good so far. What do we do for the gap in the middle? Did we decide? Are we just doing something like... It can't go here, because then he would lose his line of sight. I think I see it. So this is just our wall. All the way up, all the way down. That is just our wall. And so this bottom platform, this like little cubby, actually goes back to where this wall is. So it would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we do the same thing on this side. So we have a wall that would go here. So it'd be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hole that the iron golems are spawning in, immediately under the platform. Okay. What should I work on my survival vanilla world? I would need to have a lot of information about your survival vanilla world. We can start with some questions. You've got a darkroom mob spawner. Yeah. I assume you do. Those are really powerful. Let's see, what's next? You've got a fishing farm. Do you have a sorter for your fishing farm? Do you have something that takes all of the items that the fishing farm can produce and sorts them? Even the leather boots. Because leather boots can be sorted now. You can also sort the water bottles. Oh, God. Okay, let's see. This corner, 8 block. How are boots sortable? Dispensers firing boots onto armor stands, and then you using like an arrow to destroy the armor stand. So you basically filter every single item in the fishing farm would get shot at an armor stand. Boots are the only one that would actually get used on the armor stand. So because boots are the only thing that get used, I don't care about these. You've then got yourself a rudimentary filter. I can talk. Okay, fine. I don't use a fishing farm anymore, though. But why not? It's so good. I mean, we just got shot at by something that's very bad. I have no idea where it is. Because we can't risk that. Oh, there he is. We can't risk this guy getting shot. A villager trading hall that has every relevant enchant. Otherwise, if you don't have a villager trading hall that has every relevant enchant, then you still need to be fishing. You burn your boots? Yeah, you do burn the boots after you filter them. AFK fishing is really only worth it early game, TBH? Not for enchants. I mean, in the late game, once you have a villager trading hall and then you have every single... We're going to need a lot more stone brick slabs. Once you have a villager trading hall and then you have most of the enchants that you need, especially unbreaking and mending through that villager trading hall, then the fishing farm falls off, but until then, it's really nice. Do you have a honey farm? Honey farms are also really good. True, in 1.14.4, trading was so busted you never need... Yeah, no. But in the newer versions, you definitely do. And I mean, there's still ways that you can kind of bust trading. Farmers are just as broken as ever, even with the new, like, cooldown systems that they've implemented. And even if you can only, like, cleanse a villager one time, cleansing a farmer once still gives you a 1-to-1 trade pumpkins for emeralds, which is absolutely absurd. And then what, you can make a fully automatic carrot farm, a fully automatic potato farm, and then between your carrot farm, your potato farm, and your pumpkin farm, you're still walking away with a stack of emeralds every time that the villager visits his workbench. So, you know, and then you could probably get him to visit his workbench like 5 times per trading session. So then you're talking about like 5 stacks of emeralds in a, you know, in like a 10-minute window. So it's still plenty powerful. If only we had a Nimstute for honey farm. Okay, look here, bud. I just come up with the great ideas. I don't actually show anyone how to make them. I think I'm going to try to learn redstone. Working on it for a while. I'm I mean, do you have a tree farm in your world? My tree farm is pretty good, and it's simple redstone, but there's a lot of redstone, and you should be able to, if you pay attention to how you build it and really look at what each circuit is doing, it'll give you a good idea of how redstone is used in some like interesting uses for it. Whoa, Nims has a YouTube? I know, right? I don't have a tree farm, but I know that withers can be used. I use an AFK tree farm, so not... Like, you're already gonna have to be AFK for a tree farm, period, right? You need the player to be there to plant the tree. Always. I have to stretch. So if you already are requiring the player to sit AFK at the tree farm, why risk a wither? And this goes back to like my practicality versus like raw efficiency. And like same thing with like TNT duping. I'm strictly against TNT duping. If you do it in your world, I'm not going to badmouth you. I'm not going to say anything about it. But for me, you know, if you're duping TNT, what's the difference between duping TNT and just going into creative and giving yourself an infinite amount of TNT? Like, that is clearly not an intended game mechanic. We need more stone bricks, more stone slabs. Dispensers don't plant? No, they don't. So if you're already going to have the player AFK inside of your tree farm, I propose that we also have the AFK, the player be the one responsible for cutting down this tree farm. Splat. Where'd we leave at? Right here. Ah, yes. And that's what my tree farm does, is the player is the one that plants the tree and also cuts down the tree. Then we need to slab the roof. And on second thought, we also do need these corners filled in. The reason why is because we don't want an iron golem spawning in this corner and then clipping through this wall. So by having the corner filled in, he's much less likely to clip out. Almost fell off there, chat room. Did you see that? How are you supposed to... Hang on. I need to read chat a little bit more. But flying TNT dupers are pretty cool. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. I realize that there are plenty of use cases for them. There's plenty of really great things that like TNT dupers enable and allow. I just don't think that they're particularly fun. Like, it's, I wish that there was a different way that we could do that. I wish TNT wasn't so expensive. Like, instead of it requiring sand, which is a hard farm resource, like, you can't automatically farm sand. I wish TNT used just, like, I don't know, just gunpowder and something else. That way you could like automatically farm all of the things. So say it's very similar to a firework rocket. Say it's just a bunch of gunpowder, a little bit of wood, and a little bit of paper, right? Well, all of those things can be auto mined or automatically farmed. And then you have the player convert all of their gunpowder paper wood into double chests on double chests of TNT. And like that would make you have to do that before you get rid of TNT duping. I think that you have to change the recipe. Now we got to make sure that this entire area is well lit. Oh, we spawned an endermite. I was like, what the hell was that noise? Don't want bats to spawn. There it is. Okay, so this is the spawning platform for the iron golems. We now have a container for the iron golems so it doesn't look so ridiculous. What about sand dupe? I mean, it's the same thing. I just wouldn't use any sort of duping. Yeah, I agree, Carson. It's not a fair thing. But like, ultimately, Minecraft is just playing with Legos. And if your definition of playing with Legos is different than my definition of playing with Legos, then like, who are we to judge each other? So ultimately, have fun. It's a single player game, so if you are using something that might be cheaty or might be an exploit, I don't care. It's a single player game. You're not ruining my experience by doing the thing, you know? So have fun. Go for it. Now, if it were a multiplayer world, I would put in rules, like hard rules about no TNT duping, no sand duping, no nothing like that, because it's a multiplayer world. You do ruin somebody else's experience by doing that. But in a single player world, nah, bruh. Nah, it's all good. Speaking of a multiplayer world, the Patreon server should be coming up soon, like within the week. I'm just the hardest part about running that server for me was the plugins. So I think we're just gonna go to a strictly vanilla world with one data pack, and that's the let people sleep. Like one person sleeping skips the night, and then it's just gonna have to be a trust system. Because it's either there's a trust system or there's no world. Okay. Weak? Ooh, that was a big brain right there. Using a torch to place the block. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Okay, so we've got the wall here, but it's not... I don't think I wanted this built up yet. But this is going to be a pumpkin melon farm right here. And then this pumpkin melon farm is going to convert into bone meal, and then the bone meal will feed into the tree farm. Need to sleep. Are endermites anything more than annoying? Rudimentary enderman farms can be made using endermites, and I'm flying away in order to despawn any mobs that might have spawned on our scaffolding in the nighttime. Rudimentary enderman farms in the end. Endermen are aggro to Endermites. I'll take it. I'll take it. I can't reach. I can't reach. Yeah, so we can come out here. Dig down there. These don't matter. Nice. Yeah. I lost him. I didn't know if the arrow would go through it or not. I was kind of interested, TBH. Okay, so it would be right there is this block. Which means that we have that one there, and here. There. Okay, so it's I mean, it's coming together. And then that just needs to continue to go down. I think it's over 1. And then 1, 2, I think is the symmetry. That does make sense from what we can see. What ender farms don't use them? Just regular enders. I guess we can just fall from that point. And then it's just a wall on the front, yeah? So this one stops right here. Goes to a wrong. No. Does this go over to or into? Oh, it should have been, yeah, perspective was wrong. Okay. And then, so handy. Should be 5. And then two, and then this gets punched down. So this is our little area. A little awkwardly shaped, but, you know, I'm fine with it. Ugh, that's okay. Needed to come down here anyway in order to get our items before they despawned. Make sure the area is plenty lit. And then And then we just build up, right? Perfect. Creator Nick says, hey nerd. What up? Okay, so this is the height that we want to build. It's like the perfect middle ground between building the roof and then building whatever floor we've got. Christopher redeemed hydrate. I don't know where my water bottle went. How's your day going, mate? Dude, we are so close to getting the Iron Golem farm set up. I am hyped. Pretty sure TNT is normally gunpowder wrapped in paper in a crate. Like, yeah, do that then. Change the rockets to have like maybe sticks in it and make it like rocket on a stick or something like that, because that's a little bit more thematic to what they are and what they do. And then make TNT the paper rocket recipe. Or excuse me, make TNT the paper gunpowder recipe. We are almost out of stone bricks. Oh, wait, I lied. Plenty of stone bricks. No, I missed. I missed again. Okay, let's just throw it straight on this time. And I spawned inside of a block, and then the block forced me out. There we go. Looks like we've got this part done. Okay, so we should delete all of this. Yes, delete it. Not destroy it, not mine it, but delete it. We know that our world is being built with the assumption that the player is standing at Y65. So we want, similar to the Darkroom spawner, we want the mobs to die on the same height as us. So this is 63, this is 64, so this is 65. So this is the floor that we're building on. Do I have anything that's representative of a floor? Not really. One, two, three, four, 5. So there's 5. And then what we go out to, and then it's just, yeah, and then same height, so yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's what, out to, and then it's connect. So that should be the same pattern as what we've got above us. And then if we mirror this pattern, and there it is again. So then this won't be used. I mean, it will be used by the Melon Pumpkin farm, but we're not going to be using it for the Iron Golem farm. And having it still built, I don't know, it seems a little confusing for now. So then it's out 2, and then like that's the wall. So this is the floor that we're going to have. Is it just time to destroy? Let's destroy. God, scaffolding is amazing. What a amazing block. Ugh, so good. Oh God, we still need to get up there and destroy our chest. Mistakes were made. Yeah, my day's been going pretty good. I think TNT has clay in it too, or is that dynamite? Clay's not infinitely mineable though. Like not, I mean in real life, what we're talking about, now we could get back up in here and destroy these blocks and blah, 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 blah. So in real life, I think it might have clay in it. I don't know. But like, I'm also trying to figure out how to abridge the recipe so that way we could translate it to Minecraft, make it infinite. And then you would be able to, you would no longer be able to justify TNT duping, and then TNT duping could get patched out. That would be my intent. So after a bit of research, actual TNT isn't really related to gunpowder at all. Seems like it was a completely separate chemical compound. Fun fact, when it was first invented, it was a yellow dye and it wasn't known to be explosive. Oh, that probably caused some problems. How's it hanging? Brand new here and already loving it. Well, thanks for the kind words, man. It's going pretty good. In the process of setting up our first iron golem farm in this hardcore world. I don't want to necessarily say new because we've been here for a while. This is our best hardcore world we've ever done. We've got Totem of Undying for days. We've got a dark room mob spawner. We have like just the best AFK station you've ever seen in your entire life. I can go into one room, and this immediately upon entering the room, it just starts feeding me experience, and then inside of the room we have fishing farms, and cobblestone generators, and pumpkin carvers, and nether wart farms, and nano farms, and soon we'll have a tree farm in there, and it's all fed by the same skeleton grinder, so while we're AFK at any one of those farms, we're just being given hundreds of levels of experience. I mean, 168 levels. I think our highest is like 260. It's just going very well, he says before he gets himself killed. Okay. I don't care about that small amount. So I guess gunpowder and sugar would make the most sense, I guess. Okay. So what if you did like gunpowder, sugar... Oh, are we really out? Again. Wow. We're just burning through the smooth stone, or the stone brick. So like gunpowder, sugar... Something else? Well, that's an empty chest. Splat. Gunpowder, sugar, paper is a... Nope. And we also need more of these guys. Best way of getting back inside. Oh, what up, dude? My dude, can you chill, please? I'm scared that if we teleport, it's gonna try to bounce us out, but we did manage to get in the first time, so I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, and this is a good time to just politely remind you guys, hey, hit the follow button. It costs you nothing and means the world to me. That's all. That's all. Preparing for my first Ender Dragon fight in your current world. Is it a hardcore world? If so, get a bunch of Ender Pearls first and get a bunch of potions of slow fall. I feel like those saved my life. Okay, so this is kind of the chamber where the iron golems will die at. So we'll probably fill this all in with glass. And then we need... I think we can get in there a different way. We've changed the shape a little bit, so getting the water to sit correctly is going to be kind of a challenge, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. What did I need? I have a bunch of signs, lava, more hoppers, maybe? I don't know. Oh, glass. That's what I was going to get. Soki subscribe. Cool. Okay, so the concept here is might need more signs. Definitely gonna need more signs. I don't think we need that many stone bricks anymore. I think we can bank some of the scaffolding. Okay, so just some signs and just oak signs. I kind of want more than that. Yeah, that seems fine. I wonder if zombie villagers sleep? Do they dream of not being zombies? Who knows? Nice. Oh, God. How did I take, like, 6 hearts of damage? Did we almost just die? What the heck, dude? actually insane. Suffocation? No, it couldn't have been suffocation. It had to be like impact damage. Okay, roughly even. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need the fifth sign. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth sign. Okay. And yeah, that kills all of the iron golems, right? Yeah, definitely does. And then we would need water pushing the iron golems to the center. Okay, so we're not flying in there. We're definitely ender pearling in. Maybe we should have gotten another bucket while we were out, but... Just gotta come up with a water stream that pushes the Enderman to the correct positions. What if we do something like this? Okay, okay. And what if we go one there? To create a Ford stream? Kind of. It would... Nah, that's not much better. So let's see. The spot where we would have to put a hopper would start right here. And then be a stream of hoppers facing forward like this. And so we need 3 more hoppers, which we just currently do not have. But this is the rough design. I wonder if there's a chance that we could put like a water stream here in the back. Do all water currents eventually lead forward? That's the question. There is a single stalled water right here, which means that we can destroy this, destroy that, and destroy this, because we have got a water stream that stalls here, but then that means that we can go like doing this while being pushed with the water, being careful not to get hit by the lava, and that works. All water streams eventually lead to at least this point. Oof. Oof. And that's going to be our kill room, which means that our chest is just going to go right here. And then we just need to get the villagers in place, and I think we're good. But this is going to have to wait until another stream, chat room. Oh, I kind of like, it kind of looks like a face, doesn't it? It looks like very heavy brows, like a heavy forehead. The jack-o'-lanterns here look like eyeballs, a long kind of tentacle-y mouth. I like it. It's kind of got, I don't know, Squidward vibes to it. So anyway, I gotta get going. We have dinner with girlfriend's parents tonight, and I need to go get ready and dressed for that. Chat room, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Y'all are fan-freaking-tastic, man. Shout out to 4Poppy. Shout out to Gaming Nerd for the new Prime subs today. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Last thing I want to say, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the follow button. We will be back same time, same place tomorrow night. We'll see you soon.